Hello, everybody. Baruch Hashem. We're going to share again the great Torah from the Rebbe Moshiach Shlichus. We're going to explain how special we are and how special our generation is. And we're going to try and understand what the Rebbe is saying about that. We have to live Geula, and we're in Geula. And we're going to try and learn many, many new things that will help each and every one of us in being a better person and a happier person and fulfilling the main goal that we all have nowadays is to receive Mashiach. So, last week we talked about the level about last week's Parsha was Vayerev Hashem, that Hashem appeared to him. And it talks about Avraham, after he did Bris Milah, which is the prior Torah portion, it says that Hashem appeared to him and that he had reached a very, very special level. It says Hashem appeared to him and explains that Rebbe talks about a story that from the fifth Lubavitcher Rebbe, the Rebbe Rashab, when he was a little boy, he was 4 or 5 years old, he went in to Zaidi, who was the Rebbe's spiritual leader of the Hasidim of that time, and he asked him, he was crying, he was a little kid, he was crying. He read in the Parsha that Hashem appeared to Avraham, and he said, why didn't Hashem appear to me? He's so upset. That Hashem, and his Zaidi answered, when a person's a tzaddik of 99 years old, then it's proper that Hashem should appear to him. So the Rebbe said, he explains over there that the reasoning, that the answer at first glance doesn't make sense, because we know that especially when the Torah story is said over and over in Chassidus, and everything the Torah has to be teaching for today, how much the more so a story that's repeated about two Rebbe's and is repeated over, so it must be something for us. And it appears that it has no relevance. Even a person, we're not all tzaddikim, and even a person that's tzaddik, you have to be 99 years old. And the Rebbe says, to understand this, we have to understand what's the concept of this covenant we made, this bris milah, the circumcision. He says, the circumcision, he says, it makes a covenant, 13 covenants, 13 strong bindings with Hashem. And the Torah is 3. So it's a very special high level. It reaches from the very highest level, and it goes down and changes, and it becomes in the lowest level the physical body. The lowest, the part of the physical body that can be used for things that has a big Yetzer Hara, can be used in not holiness also. So he says over there that it changes, it makes it holy, and it makes it the person holy, and he explains that this is every Jew. Every Jew has this level that Hashem is a part of us. That every Jew has a divine soul, and this divine soul is enclosed in the person, and it's in the person himself, and it's enclosed in his body. And the goal is to make it so this divine soul that that we have, that we're able to give this, to reveal it in our physical body, in the physical world, and make the whole world a dwelling place for Hashem. So it says this is what. So why was he crying? He was crying. He was crying because he says Avraham, there's a great thing. Understand, he's big tzaddik. Hashem appeared to him, but he says we're his children, so we're supposed to inherit everything from Avraham. So Rebbe says, so the time he quotes it a few times. He says even though he was a young boy, about 4 or 5, you could still see how he was when he was young, like it says in the Gemara. By little pumpkins they grow, you can see what they're going to be. So we know he's going to be a tzaddik, even at a young age. So this is what he was crying about. Why don't I see it? Why don't I see it? And his Zaidi answered, well, when you work on yourself and you find yourself and you're a tzaddik, in other words, like you make a base of migdash in your own body and everything is shined and worked and everything is something that Hashem can shine through, the whole being, the whole body, the whole physicality. He says, then you deserve to see this. So he understood that. So the Rebbe said, what we learned from this? He says that we learned from this is that we have to have since he had a strong desire, we also have to have a strong desire to see God, It says, and Hashem appeared to him, not to Avraham. We have to have this strong desire that we should see it, and we should do everything in our being. When you want something, you do everything to bring it about. So you do everything to bring about that Hashem should appear in me. And Rebbe says this has to do with, especially the true appearance will be with the true and complete redemption. And the Rebbe says a very interesting thing. He says that there's a Moshiach in every generation, and there's somebody fitting, but just for side reasons he wasn't able to. But he says since the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, he said everything's done, and the Rebbe says it's been many years since he said that. Not everything's done. He said we already did everything. We did everything for Mashiach, and the only thing that has to do is to makabel b'nei Mashiach. In other words, everything Mashiach. Here the Rebbe says in Bezgalus, b'metzias, there's a metzias of Mashiach in every generation. But he says Bezgalus, it's revealed in this generation. So Rebbe says the same type of thing is that we should also have for the Gula Shlema, just like we say, we learn from the story from Rebbe Rishab that you should be crying to Hashem that I want to see you, I want to see you in everything. So the same thing is by the Gula when we meet the Bishlema, we have to imagine what it's going to be like and think about it. And he says that it says in everything we do we have to be involved in Mashiach. He says even when you eat, he says when you eat and finish a meal, he says you should not be satisfied. It says you're supposed to. We said, and he ate and he was satisfied, and then you're blessed. The Rebbe says he should never be satisfied because we're not eating the delicacies that's on the Mashiach's table. The levaisim, the special fish, the shor board, the special cow, bull, and the special wine. And unless we're eating that's what we want. I mean, if I don't have that, I'm still missing. I'm not satisfied. The Rebbe says it's a very, very amazing thing. Now, this week Parsha is Chayei Sarah, and it's the year. It's when all the Shluchim from the Rebbe come here, and they have a big asifa, big gathering, and the Rebbe would speak about it and spoke about it. So that's what we're going to deal with right now. So we're going to talk about Parshas Chayei Sarah. It was the 25th of Malchus. We're reading from the book. It's Dvar Malchus. It's in English. You can get it if you look livingmashiach.com. You can order it. Hopefully we'll have it online so you can just download it. But you can buy the book. He has it in English. This is in English with the original, and it's amazing stuff. This stuff is like the latest. That is like the secrets of the Torah revealed to each and every one of us. It's like what we were just talking about. So we are standing in the beginning and the opening of the International Shluchim Convention of the Shluchim, the emissaries. May they live long, of my revered father-in-law, the Rebbe, the leader of our generation. The Rebbe already refers to his father-in-law, the prior Rebbe, as he's the leader of a generation. Throughout the world and all four corners of it, all the Jews from all the Shluchim, of the Chabad Shluchim from every place, we must first and foremost mention the fundamental point and express a job of the Shluchim in our generation in general. So what are all these Shluchim? They're Shluchim from the Rebbe, and everybody is supposed to be a Shliach, but especially these guys, they're official. So therefore, what is their special job in general? What are they supposed to do? And we have to understand, and what is the special concept of the service of Shlichus that is added in this recent time, that now that it says there's a special chiddush, special something new in our time, which comes especially for this time, this time right before Moshiach. It's a Rebbe emphasizing that we have to just receive Moshiach, our Tzidkenu, the righteous Moshiach, in the complete and true redemption. In other words, we have to accept the Rebbe Moshiach and just accept him and makabel him, and we receive him in ourselves. We have to, when you makabel somebody, it says to accept somebody, you receive him, he becomes part of us. And the more we accept him, the Mashiach, the Mashiach, the Rebbe, Mashiach, the more he reveals himself more, and the faster we receive the Gula Shlema. Like it's been spoken many times, that in addition to the common aspect in general of Shlichus, of Jewish people in general, as Shluchim L'Hashem, each Jew has a special mission from Hashem, which it says, Ani Nivrei Hashem Sheskoni, that I was created to serve my master, especially of the Shlichus, of the leader of our generation. What's our leader? A common aspect which is the same at all times. And the Kudim was is gleich becomes one. There comes from time to time a chiddush, a new innovation thing, of the Shlichus. Now that the Shlichus Miyachedes, that the specific Shlichus, that today we have a special thing in our Shlichus, a special thing in serving Hashem in a special way. But through this, it says, is the gateway that all the other Shlichus of all the other work that we're doing for Hashem, it go up. It talks in Tanya about. It talks about. I think it's in the Gemara. It said, "What was your father very careful?" And he says, "The mitzvah tzitzis." So it explains that there's always one special mitzvah, the gateway. Through this gateway, comes everything goes through. It opens the door, so to speak. So the Rebbe says there's one gateway that opens the door. Our whole shlichus being that we're just to serve Hashem, and how much the more so when we're talking about in our situation, when this chiddush klali, it's a general innovation, it's a general thing, and an essential ikar is not only a certain detail that this isn't done. We didn't finish covering the Beis Hamikdash. We didn't finish doing something, one detail in making the Dir Taktoni in the Shlichus. No, it's an ikar, it's an essential thing, and it's a general thing, a very, very general thing, that we have to do. Until it's the inyan akli klali, it's such a general inyan that Yiddishkeit, in Judaism, that what is this, that we have to make hachala b'yis Mashiach, that everybody, now we have to prepare for the coming of Moshiach. Preparation for coming of Moshiach. Upratim from them, and which encompasses all the particular points and all details of the service of Shlichus. So this thing that we have to, what do we have to do? That we have to prepare. And we said, what is the preparation? The preparation now is to receive a Shlichus. So it says, the Rebbe goes further. As we've spoken many times, especially in the recent months and weeks, according to the notification of our sages, all the Kitzim have ended. The final time is here. Everything is finished. And the notification of my revered father-in-law, the Rebbe, leader of a generation, the Rebbe, previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, that we had already done tshuva and returned. In other words, we finished that. We returned to Hashem. What does it mean? Returned totally to Hashem. There's nothing separating us. To the extent that we've already completed all the aspects of service, including polishing the buttons, and we stand prepared to accept Mashiach. Indeed, now the service of Shlichus is to, what is the service? Is to be prepared to actually accept Mashiach, actually, literally. So, our thing, we have to accept the Rebbe. So let's finish this point and explain a few things. From this it's understood that this is the content of the goal of today's International Shluchim Convention, to speak over and to come out with good resolutions, to be actually fulfilled, how to carry out this in the special Shlichus of the special time to accept Mashiach. So this is something that I personally, let's say a niggin. Yehi Adonenu Mareinu Barabeinu Melech HaMoshiach Li'elam Bo'ed. Yehi Adonenu Mareinu Barabeinu Melech HaMoshiach Li'elam Bo'ed. So, I realized, you're supposed to look at, the Rebbe talks about in another sikha that we're supposed to look at the wonders that Hashem is doing for us. And that sikha actually it was on the 26th of Sivan, of Nisan. The Rebbe was talking about, very interesting, he was talking about the war with Saddam Hussein, the war. He said it was such a big miracle that the Jews, we did nothing, and everybody got together and the world, the Jews, the nations of the world went and destroyed Saddam Hussein, our big enemy. He said, his thing was like, he talks about the wonders that was happening, and that we have to see these wonders, that from beginning to end it was open miracles, that we didn't do anything, was like Like Rebbe talks about by Shabbat Hagadol, and by Pesach, the Alter Rebbe says it was a big miracle because what happened is because the firstborn believed in God, and they went and they took care. So similarly here, that the firstborn, and they went fight with everybody else that they should let the Jews out because they didn't want to die. So here also we have that the nations fought against him. And the Rebbe says it's a big miracle. And if you look, I looked at Google, it's amazing what happened there. We read what the Rebbe says. And then he says that it's very important that the Rebbe talks about that in our times we have so many miracles, so many flaws, that it's greater than Mitzrayim like this. And then he talks about other different things. So, so I really, he talks about in the Sikha that you have to see the miracles we're having today, and you have to be excited over it. So I've been, Baruch Hashem, been involved with the Rebbe and helping people with the Rebbe for many years, and say about 1995, 96. Somebody brought me some Rebbe water, which if you look at my YouTube, Dvar Malchus explained, I have more explanations. And this is water that came from the Rebbe's mikveh, the women's mikveh. And after the Rebbe went in, and people are using it, I give it to people who have cancer, they get better. Recently, give it to an 85-year-old lady with cancer, got better. I give it to all times. People have all kinds of miracles with it. Today, I was outside 770, sitting at the Moshiach table, not today, yesterday, and a lady comes by, her husband, and she tells me that she had trouble with her stomach. She took this medication, that medication, and nothing helped, and she took some Rebbe water. Somebody walking down the street told me this. So I realized that the flaws, the wonders. I mean, how does it tie into receive Mashiach? When you realize that when you take something because it's from the Rebbe, it's called Malchus Mashiach. That's why you're accepting him. You're taking something, and you're accepting that this is the Rebbe. You're accepting the Rebbe in yourself in a physical way, and also you're accepting him because you know this is holy. This is from him. So that's a pretty big miracle because you make as much as you want. You just add to it slowly. And there's another thing is we set up called REBBE 770. It's an app on the phone where people put letters in they put letters actually with the podium where the Rebbe prays. There's a lot of miracles. So I was saw when it was on the internet someplace that there's Elon Musk is advertising that there's artificial intelligence program that he has developed for trading in the stock market. I believe it didn't go much in detail of it. And anybody who gives $200, they'll start getting $1,000 or $2,000 a week. He says everybody can do this, and it's now open to the whole world. So I started thinking, one of the most amazing flaws, the Rebbe says, we have to look at the wonders, at the miracles, and to get excited and dance about it. So I said, this is the most amazing thing, that anybody in the world can do miracles. All you have to do is get some water. It's a Rebbe water, but you have to figure out how to get that. And then you can download the app, Rebbe 770, and write in for people. Even with one you can do it. You write in and you see miracles all the time. So this is me, and there's never a time before in the history that everybody could be a miracle worker. I was in 770 today. I was talking to a Rosh Yeshiva there, and he was telling me how his father, whenever his father made a mishabek for somebody, you could see that got better. So I said, yeah, but his father's a tzaddik. We're not all that level. But I can make people better not being a tzaddik. Anybody can do it. You just have to write to the Rebbe or drink some of his holy water. And it's amazing stuff. So I think this is really one way to Makal B'nai Mashiach, that we're accepting upon Moshiach. This is one idea that I had. Anyways, so just today actually, I met a guy. I pushed him to take water. Told his wife she'd drink the water. He came by. We had a Moshiach table outside 770. He came by and told my wife that a big miracle happened because of the Rebbe water. His wife was in labor, and she was drinking the water. And when she was in labor, she wouldn't open up. She wouldn't dilate. And the only thing they could do is a C-section. And it's very strange because usually you dilate. And usually when I opened up the C-section, there was a rope of the rope, the center rope was tied around the baby's neck. And if he'd come out regularly, it would have died because it would have choked him. So that she didn't have contractions, proper opening up, therefore that the baby was saved. I mean, lots of different stories. So anyway, so let's keep in mind that we can do many miracles. Now, the explanation of the connection of the service of Shlichus of the Shluchim that gather in the International Shluchim Convention, which with Moshiach, they're all. The Rebbe says they're all coming together with Moshiach. Okay, another the Rebbe's there with them coming together. They're all coming to there with Moshiach. It says there be mit Mashiach. So what is the special relevance of them all coming together with Mashiach Tzidkenu? Well, understand this better when we explain that the special relevance of Mashiach himself, how he is in the way of a Shliach, a messenger. So in other words, Mashiach himself is also a messenger. It says, Shlach na b'yad shetishlach. Please send the hand the one that you wish to send. In other words, when Moshe Rabbeinu said to Hashem, when Hashem sent him to take the Jewish people out of Mitzrayim, our sages said, Moshe said before Hashem, please send in the hand of the one you wish to send. Don't send the one, in other words, send Mashiach, who's destined to be revealed. And based on this, we may say that Mashiach is in the category of a Shliach. According to the Torah, Mashiach is a Shliach, second to send. Now, Moshe Rabbeinu says, please send the one we're supposed to send. So this was your man. Send the Mashiach. So therefore, the Rebbe says, we learn from this, send the one that Mashiach is a Shliach. So Mashiach, we have to stand with our Shlichus. So we understand this Mashiach is Shliach, that what's his Shlichus, what's his special service, is to redeem the Jewish people. And the simple reason why Moshe Rabbeinu requested this is that Rashi explains on the verse. In the hand of another that you wish to send, for at the end I'm not going to bring them into Eretz Israel and be their redeemer in the future. You have many emissaries. Being that in any case Hashem will not send Moshe to bring the Jews into Eretz Israel and to be their redeemer in the future. Only he will send another Shliach, Mashiach. So he should send Mashiach to redeem the Jewish people also from Egypt.